good, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Equity Chris.
And it's your boy, Young Equity Devin. Let's get it.
All right, today we're going to be talking to you about Luminar Technologies, ticker symbol LAZR. Some could call that Lazr. You know, like the Lupe Fiasco album?
Yeah, didn't that, it went gold, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, cool.
But anyways, so we're talking about ticker symbol LAZR. So right now it's trading around $22 a share. And this company basically creates autonomous solutions, you know, for cars, for airplanes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have a partnership with Volvo on the vehicle end, and they have a partnership with Airbus upnext. So an autonomous aircraft. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, think about it like this, right? Mm-hmm. There's a human being sitting behind the aircraft right now, right? They're the pilot, right? Okay. Yes. But it's on autopilot most of the time. Now, would I want to have my airplane be autonomous? Probably not. But if I could still have somebody, you know, kind of monitor what's going on, then maybe so. I mean, it's already on autopilot. What do you think?
But that's basically what it is, right? I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, majority of the time, airplanes are flown on autopilot. So in a sense, they are autonomous. But there's so many people working together, though, right? So it's not even just that. There's people that are in the pilot's ear, telling them different things, updating them about weather conditions. Okay. And they react to turbulence and things of that nature. So I would be curious to see how, you know, an autonomous aircraft will handle things like that. So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, think about it like this, too. You know, you hit on the topic about robo taxis, right? Yes. So if you have your robo taxi pull up, or if you're ordering some type of pizza or whatever you're trying to do, and you have a gated community, who's going to come out and get this pizza? You're going to walk all the way from your home down the street to this. You know, I mean, there's just some things that I feel like need to be worked out a little bit. Also, you're talking about the robo taxi side. So if you get involved with the Uber and the Lyft, that's another thing. They're going to pick you up. They're going to drop you off. Is there going to be a drop-off zone? Is there going to be some type of, you know, alert? Like, I don't know. But as we start to get involved with these technologies, I think that some of these details need to be fleshed out a little bit.
Yeah, but I think the actual app can help in a lot of those cases. Okay. Like, you know, let's say you're getting dropped off somewhere by a robo taxi, you can hit somewhere on the app and says, "Hey, stop here."
Yeah.
Out and stuff like that. But yeah, you do make some valid points. But this company, Luminar, is trying to get involved with all of that. They're also so they're in partnership with Daimler as well, and they will trying to work on autonomous freight transportation. So it looks like they're trying to compete with Tesla, because Tesla's, you know, more or less has already built that out with their, you know, Tesla Semi.
Yeah, the only pushback I have with that is that sector actually employs a lot of people right now. So during the illness, a lot of people got on the road and started, you know, getting involved with CDL licenses and freight and things of that nature, where they go and do deliveries from California all the way to New York or Houston or whatever, and they make thousands of dollars doing this. So that's kind of my pushback on that, on the autonomy. But I think all technology is pretty dope. So autonomous vehicles is something that I feel like is going to definitely innovate the world and cause a lot of constraint, not a lot of constraint, but
disruption.
There you go.
No, for sure. I mean, like right now, let's talk about their financials. Yeah. So last year, their revenue in 2020 was close to $14 million, which, you know, there are a lot of companies who have more revenue than that. Right. Their total assets is around $510 million. Their total liabilities, $361 million. So that means if they decide to sell the company today, they can walk away, you know, with over $100 million left over. So they're in decent financial shape. But the question is going to be, down the road, what is this business model going to look like? Are we going to have autonomous airplanes down the line? Are we going to have, you know, these robo taxis everywhere? You know, is freight going to be fully autonomous? I mean, in 5 years, do you think this stock projects out well?
I definitely think so. You know, that's just kind of what's going on right now, right? A lot of people are getting involved with autonomous vehicles. They're getting involved with EV, anything that's going to be eco-friendly, anything that's going to allow people to sit at home, relax, and chill. Yes. Less you're out there, you know, shopping, the less time you actually have doing all that. You can actually sit inside and visit with your family. A lot of people working from home. So I feel like that innovation is taking over and it's just making people more lazy, to be honest with you. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, you make a good point. I mean, just think about it though, right? Let's say we get to a point where, you know, robo taxis are fully fleshed out. Yeah. So that means during my commute to work, if I'm a businessman, I can do business while I sit in the back of my robotaxi.
Yeah.
Because the idea is that robotaxi is supposed to make it cheaper, right? It's supposed to run on electric, which is supposed to be cheaper than oil and gas.
Correct.
And there's no driver behind it. So it's supposed to be a fraction of the cost. So that could change how we do business altogether. You have more time to work. And maybe that time you spend commuting, if you say have an hour commute to work every day, now you're able to do a work within that hour. So I think it's going to do a lot for productivity for all of us in the world in the future.
Well, I think it does increase productivity for individuals who can actually afford to have a robo-taxi. Because think about it, I know an individual right now that actually has a driver, and they sit in the back, and their commute's about an hour, and they're doing their work, but it takes away from the job of that person that's driving them, right?
For sure.
So you're going to have to account for that cost. So typically, your multimillionaires are the ones that are actually getting driven around here, right? So if they can make it affordable for everyone, then it makes sense.
Yeah, Kathy Wood, she was. I saw somewhere where she was talking about how much it will cost. Whenever they roll out robo taxis and how cheap it was going to be versus, let's say, Uber with a driver. And I don't remember the numbers exactly, but it was like astronomically cheaper. And it was in that zone of, okay, it might be affordable for the everyday person, where it might not even make sense for certain individuals to have cars anymore.
Well, that's dope. I mean, you could definitely factor in, your insurance, right?
Yep,
your monthly payment if you decide to finance. I mean, it might be worth your while. But another thing that we have to touch on is the safety aspect. So anything like a crash or somebody dying from this robo-taxi could impact the stock. So that's something that they need to flush out as well, the safety aspect.
Well, yeah, right. Because typically, autonomous vehicles have been shown so far to be safer than human drivers, but true. We know how it goes. With autonomous driving vehicles, there's 100x scrutiny.
Exactly.
Right. So all it takes is, one person passing away, and then boom, they're going to bring out the pitchforks for the company that made the vehicle. So
exactly, because I mean, there's a human factor to somebody making a mistake, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe they have illness. Maybe something's going on with their family. We have no idea. But with the robo-taxi, there's no mistakes there. So let's just say that this company continues to do their research. They have proof of concept, and there's no mistakes, no deaths. And then I can see a 5x potential.
5x. That is a bullish number right there.
Yes, sir.
5x. Okay, well, you heard it here first. Young Equity Devin says it's 5x. It's currently trading at $22. I say if you can get in around $21, it may be worth your while. Again, do your own due diligence, because I am not a financial advisor.
And I'm not an expert.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. It's your boy, Young Equity Chris, signing out.
And it's your boy, Young Equity Devin. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Still can't stop it. Crawl, still can't stop it.